What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Combat Sports Media YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk about, break down, and try to predict the upcoming Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman WBA welterweight world title fight. The fight will take place at the legendary MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it will be televised live on Fox pay-per-view. Now, starting with Manny Pacquiao, what can you say about him? The man is a legend, one of the best fighters to live in my lifetime. Holds wins over the likes of Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, Antonio Margarito, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Ricky Hatton. The list goes on and on and on. Sensational fighter, has won world titles all over the place, from 112 pounds all the way to 154 pounds. Just a Hall of Famer, legendary fighter. Stylistically speaking, Manny Pacquiao is a quick in and out southpaw with decent pop and extreme hand speed. However, we have to take into account that he is 40 years old and his hand speed is no longer close to what it was back in 2010, and his foot movement is still very good, but it's still not as good as it was. He was never a huge puncher at 147, which is obviously where this fight's going to take place, but he does have respectable power. Not a one-punch guy, but it's respectable. Keith Thurman, on the other hand, the current WBA super champ, is in his prime, in his physical prime. He's 30 years old. He hasn't really been in too many hard fights. He holds wins over the likes of Danny Garcia, the first man to defeat Danny Garcia, who I always thought highly of. And he also defeated Sean Porter in a fantastic, fan-friendly fight in which I thought Sean Porter actually won. Nevertheless, it was an extremely entertaining and close fight, and I don't have a problem with people I didn't have a problem with the decision, even though I disagreed with it. So those were his two best wins. Other than that, he doesn't have too many impressive victories over A-list fighters, but he does hold wins over quality fighters such as Carlos Quintana and Jose Soto Caras, and a couple guys like that. However, he has been extremely inactive over the past few years, and he recently just came back against Josecito Lopez after over a year layoff. Now, Josecito managed to rock him and hurt him really bad, I believe in the 7th round of their fight. However, Keith Thurman, like the true professional that he is, was able to weather the storm and keep boxing and using his legs. But it was apparent that he is no longer the same guy that defeated Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. He definitely had a lot of rust on him that he still had to get off. However, I'm going to assume that we are going to get the best Keith Thurman on July 20th against Manny Pacquiao, because of the fact that he's going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao, and he's going to try to make sure that his shit's straight before he gets into a fight like that. Keith Thurman is no dummy, and I'm sure he's going to have a great training camp going into the biggest fight of his life. No doubt about it. I'm expecting him to be at his best. And with that said, I am not expecting Manny Pacquiao to be at his best, because he's 40 years old, and we're going to see a diminished version of Manny. I know he dominated and won an easy decision over Adrian Broner last time out. However, let's be real. Adrian Broner went into that fight. Adrian Broner worked really hard in training camp, got himself in great shape, just to manage to survive 12 rounds and take as least damage as possible and pick up a paycheck. He went in there looking to survive 12 rounds. Adrian Broner didn't go into the Pacquiao fight looking to win the fight. Okay, let's make that very clear. And he managed to make Manny Pacquiao look silly at times, and he made him miss most of his punch, a crazy amount of punches. Pacquiao was swinging at air more than anything in that fight. Pacquiao, Adrian Broner was making Manny Pacquiao miss. Let me just make it simple, okay? That's it. He was making him miss all night. And the problem is, he wasn't returning any fire back at Manny Pacquiao. So Manny Pacquiao won the fight because of the fact that Adrian Broner wasn't there to win. He wasn't throwing anything back at Manny Pacquiao. He was just defending the whole fight. And, I remember in rounds, I believe he was 6, Adrian Broner, if he actually went in there with the right mindset, could have started to take the fight around. He could have started to turn the fight around against Manny Pacquiao if he just started asserting himself and throwing more punches. Manny Pacquiao, that's another thing. He's well known for his volume, but the fact is he doesn't throw nearly as much as he used to in his prime today. He doesn't. He's no longer this crazy volume puncher. Okay, his volume has significantly dropped over the years, and his hand speed is not even close to what it was. And he was swinging at nothing but air throughout that whole Broner fight, and he just won because nothing was coming back at him. I believe Keith Thurman is going to use his legs and to navigate around the ring, just like Adrian Broner was most of that fight. He was pretty much running away from Manny throughout that fight. I think Keith Thurman is going to be able to do the same thing, except he's going to be able to run Manny into shots. And he's definitely going to be throwing more punches than Broner was, because he's actually going to go into this fight looking to win. So this is a hard fight to predict, because anything could happen. Truly anything could happen in any fight, obviously, but truly anything could happen in this fight. Because of the fact that we don't know exactly what we're going to expect from Keith Thurman, but we know exactly what we're going to get with Manny Pacquiao. And bottom line is, because of the reasons that I stated before, I believe Keith Thurman will walk away with the win. It could be a knockout, but I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be a decision. He could run Manny into something with like a big right hand. I could definitely envision that, but I think he's gonna win a decision. But again, if he knocks Manny out, I won't be surprised, because Manny is nowhere near the fighter he was, back in his prime. So with that said, I'm gonna keep pumping out more videos, and stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.